Okay.
Okay, before we go on, could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I do lots of things. I do TV, I do radio, I work here for 100. I have up to shows just right with somebody with a maker Monday to Friday weekdays at 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Then Sunday 10 a.m. to midday. I work on TV weekdays 7 p.m. I work with another comedian called Omara. It's a Saturday show that we present.
The role model.
Yeah, the role model. And then also I do online. I don't know. People give it different names. It used to be like we just used to say skits, but now people say influencing. Others call it what? But I just create content. I'm a content creator. That's what I like. Me personally, I feel that I do humor online, but everybody has already understand it, right? And I also do production.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, could you give us a bit of your education background?
For most of the early education that I had was in the village. I'm a village kid. I'm a Hugs boy. So I grew up in the village. Those schools, if I start saying the names of those schools, you might think I'm calling evil spirits into the house. Yeah. So in that, you just run to school on barefoot and all that stuff. So I think then I joined. There's a school called Cafeteria Memorial School. I think that was like the first town school I went to in Barra. Then there was Mbara Junior School, then I went to Mbara High School for 6 years, then Wakari University, computer science.
So computer science, then you came into journalism.
Then after that I did a few websites that were not that good for people, and I was like, what am I doing here? So I sort of started doing production, and production started working out for me. I like something that I can be creative with in telling a story. So it was easy for me to do production if you're doing documentaries, if you're doing anything, because you can capture it and tell the story in a way that you think is interesting and exciting. Then I ended up into doing comedy because I used to attend comedy and I used to like expressing myself through humor. And just like that, I think that's it. That's how I ended up where I am.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One is, do you believe that someone who hasn't studied journalism can do journalism work without the ethical methods?
Well, I think when you think about it in life, everything that is done, you can do it without studying the profession. I mean, we have doctors that are the ones that are treating people, but before they introduced medical schools, we didn't have medicine in Africa. We had medicine. Even right now, sometimes somebody can go to hospital and the medicine fails to work and they tell you to go consult some people who can give you some herbal drugs, right? So at the end of the day, maybe it's just that we have all made an agreement that if you are going to do journalism, you present documentation for journalism. So for me, really, what I do like on radio and on TV, I wouldn't even call it journalism because most of my contracts I'm hired as talent.
Okay.
So I'm not really hired here as a journalist. Those things are here okay, right?
Yes.
I'm hired as talent. Like radio, there are people who are supposed to do the journalism part who can read news and all that. But of course, radio cannot all be news 24/7, right? So they would say for us, we are doing comedy. Some people, there are some radios which have radio drama. So just like you see TV, right? I mean, if it's TV, it will have the part of TV that is really strictly journalism, news reporting. So you have to have all those. You have to know the journalistic the code of journalism. If it's a minor, you hide them. If it's a picture of somebody that has been knocked by a car on the road, you put it in black and white or you censor it. So you have to know all those rules of journalism. But in between, there can be a comedy show, there can be a soap. All those are journalists, right? So at the end of the day, we are hired as talent, most of us, because we come and entertain people. Nobody really listens to me to listen to news. Nobody really listens to me or watches me and is expecting me to do investigative journalism as to where the money that was meant for teachers disappeared to, right? So we are hired as talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which means the other question won't be necessary.
Okay.
Shall go on. Okay, so moving on, we are going to our last bit,
Okay.
which is who would you rather. We don't know what you would rather do with them, but who would you rather?
Okay.
Cindy or Vinka?
Definitely Cindy.
Okay.
Oh, Cindy. All the way. Cindy. I am into. Is it awkward? If you say that people say you're body shaming. I don't like it when a girl is very small. And Cindy is a bit bigger than Vinka. She has flesh and all that. So definitely Cindy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Irene Tale or Lillian Mbabazi?
In terms of.
We don't know what you'd rather do with them.
Oh,
Would you rather?
Lillian Mbabazi.
Yeah.
Definitely Lillian Mbabazi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baby Gloria or Spice Diana?
How old is Baby Gloria?
That's the question you all ask us.
No, Spice Diana, no. Baby Gloria, I think she's a minor. So for this question, pass.
Okay, it's like this.
Yeah.
Winning Waji or Spice Diana?
A winning Waji.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now let's do gender balance.
Yeah, okay.
A-Pass or John Black?
Why do I feel like we are now in those things of Simon Kagwanja now? I would just rather, for music, John Black and A-Pass, I think it's A-Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, because A-Pass is a bit more versatile. I think John Black, I love John Black, but I think I have had like one approach he does music in, that deep voice, the love, the melody. But A-Pass, he's doing raga, he's doing comedies, it's like he's an all-rounder. So I think maybe John Black with time will grow into that also.
Okay, this might get you kicked off your show,
Yeah.
but the role model or Salvador?
Role model or Salvador? That's a very hard. Role model or Salvador? That's a hard one.
It's a danger zone.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a danger zone. It's very hard for me to make a choice between them, because if I listen to the role model, I will want also to listen to Salvador. If I listen to Salvador, I want to listen to the role model, because I feel both of them are really totally different. But I think personally, I identify more with Romara, the role model. You know, the way he does his jokes, because I feel that I like satire of which is more of opinionated. Because when someone is, let's say, talking about an issue that we are facing, and it's like, even if you had to remove all the jokes, you'd still listen to them, and it's like they're having a conversation that's educative about a topic. Now that's what gets me to take, and I feel the role model does that better than someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this has been it.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much.
This has been great.
What would you have your final say? What can you tell the people out there, most especially these young ones, like the
young
students
ones,
and so on,
they
who are
just
coming up
Yeah.
and think like the world is just a place where
First thing they need to do is to just minimize that time they're spending on social media. I know when I say that it sounds so clear, but it's just it's a lot of people will grow up to be what they will never even have a chance to be real, because they looked at themselves through the perspective of other people. And I feel that social media is doing that to a lot of people, right? I'll be there and I see a girl, let's say an example, right, of a girl, a young girl, she's joining like what I'm trying to do, right? She's trying to do comedy and all that. And then because social media reacts better to nudity and all that, then somebody starts to like the emotion. You know? Or whatever it is, like there's a way how there's a lot of opinions and a lot of people bombarding you with information, and sometimes it's hard for you to be real and concentrate on what you really want and follow what people tell you should be like. So because of that, a lot of people find that they are easily distracted. So I keep on telling people right now, the biggest thing you need to do is to build a fence around what you believe and stand for that, so that you are working for yourself and you're evolving into who you're supposed to be, not what all of us that are watching are telling you should evolve into.
Thank you so much for guest starring on our show. And can you believe, guys, we're in the Hot 100 studio?
Yo, this is how the madness always happens.
with the one and only TumuSiime. So you can follow him. You can give us your details.
TumuSiime, just about every TumuSiime on YouTube, Facebook. I separate the name. It's one name, but it's TumuSiime two names. Like it's like two names, but it's one name. Then at TumuSiime UG on Instagram and on Twitter.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to our channel.